Okay, so as you can see, we have started our discussion on the addition of angular momentum. Here I am showing you the respective cases for J1 equal to 1 and J2 equal to half. Okay, so now before I proceed, the first thing, if this question comes in your examination, first thing is to write down the rules of the angular momentum coupling. Okay, the value of the coefficient when the j plus minus operator, which is made up of jx plus minus jij, when it applies on jm, you get c plus minus jm plus minus 1. Okay, now write down the value of this coefficient. This is very important because this will help you in your calculations later on. So now, before we proceed with the wave function, let me first talk about the various projections. So here we have got, we are doing addition J1 plus J2 and the component, final component Jz is J1z plus J2z and the individual wave function is J1 and J2, right? Okay. Now let us talk about the components. First, look over here. J1 plus J2. One is 1, one is half. So what are the two possibilities? 1 plus half, 1 minus half. From 1 you get half, another one you get j is equal to 3 by 2. Right? Now, for this type of calculations, it is very important that you write down not only the j but also the corresponding jz. Okay, so let me write it down. For the half, the corresponding jz will be minus half plus half. Similarly, for 3 by 2, it will be plus 3 by 2 plus half, minus 3 by 2. Now look over here what I have done. This will be important when I will later talk about the wave function. Plus 3 by 2 we can have by having plus 1 plus half. Again, minus 3 by 2 I can have by having only minus 1 minus half. Now there is only one possibility of such. Plus 1 plus half, minus 1 minus half. So the wave function will have only one component for these two cases. See, I can deduce the wave function from here as well. But for the case of plus half, you see, I can have plus half by having plus 1 minus half, also 0 plus half. Similarly, I can have minus half by having minus 1 plus half and also 0 minus half. So the wave function for say 3 by 2 minus half will have components from this along with this. Right? Now the same thing will be there for this case as well. But remember, this minus half and this minus half, this minus half, they will be orthogonal to each other. And we will use this relation to find the wave function. I will show this later on. Okay, there was a mistake in this graph over here, this plot, which we found out. So you see, this states, as I have already shown you over here, you see the 3 by 2, here we have got all the 1, okay, so same thing, this plus 1 plus half, plus 1 minus half, minus 1 plus half, and minus 1 minus half. These states, they will correspond to the 3 by 2, j is equal to 3 by 2 states. And 0, here I have written it differently compared to the previous diagram. So 0 plus half and minus half, they are separate. So they correspond to the j is equal to half state. And this corresponds to j is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. So this is the correct one. Fine. Okay.